House and Senate budget negotiators are still working to strike a deal on the state's budget that's more than a month and a half overdue. Today was the second deadline for this two-year state budget. Governor McCrory signed the continued resolution yesterday, extending the deadline until the end of August. House Speaker Tim Moore says negotiators are working on a bottom line number, clearing the way for work on a final plan. The lack of a budget worries a lot of folks across the East, including the Brody School of Medicine, which stands to gain a lot or lose. WNCT's Josh Birch spoke with members of both the House and Senate today. And Josh, what is up for grabs?
Well, Angela, when you're talking about the Brody School of Medicine, you're really talking about millions of dollars on the line. And local elected officials say they're doing their part to make sure the school is fully funded.
I think we're going to see a budget come in the next couple of weeks, and it'll be really good for the state to get that accomplished, to get that done.
As optimism surrounding the budget continues, lawmakers in the East have a lot of items they're keeping their eye on, one of which is the Brody School of Medicine.
I'm just very, very excited to the fact that we've been able to retain those dollars in the budget up until this point.
Representative Brian Brown says backing Brody is something he'll continue to do in the House because he knows there's a lot that could be lost. Back in March, during a tour of the ECU Heart Institute, Governor McCrory promised to appropriate $8 million each of the next 2 years to the education of medical students at Brody. However, that money can't be finalized until a budget is approved.
You're moving with uncertainty and, speculation that, we're going to come through in the budget.
But just how important is the Brody School of Medicine? Nearly 2,300 physicians have graduated from Brody, more than 50% of whom practice in North Carolina. Of those, nearly 1 in 5 practice in the East. It's something that appeals to new medical students who had their white coat ceremony today.
For me, it's very important that when I become a physician, I can give back to people within my own state and my own community.
I saw the trust that my parents had in my doctors growing up, and that really inspired me. I want to instill that same trust in other families.
As classes at Brody get set to begin next week, lawmakers say a budget hopefully will be hammered out in the next few weeks.
We're a long way away from where we were, but a long way away from where we need to be.
Now, both Representative Brown and Senator Davis tell me they continue to educate folks in Raleigh about the importance of Brody. School officials didn't want to comment today because they wanted the attention to go to the new medical students. Josh Birch, 9 on your side.